What's good? What's good? What's good? What is really good with the family? This is RawTruth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and joy to everyone that's listening. Shout out to those who decided to tune in to the show. I appreciate it. And we're going to have a one-on-one talk with the family because this is like a second family to me. Where we all keep it real, no sugarcoating. Before I start, I want to say thank you to all who donated to the Cash App because I did not read all the names yesterday. Shout out to Quell Davis for the $10 super chat. Shout out to the brother Bright, aka Hampton Royce, for the $20 super chat. Shout out to Jalen Thompson. He says, always have delivered great content. Thank you for that. And one more thing, shout out to George for the $20 super chat. That's the best way to help this channel out. And also, I will be doing channel requests, not channel requests, but video requests for any type of subject that you want to talk about. Make sure to share this video. Shout out to Macrina Daniel. Peace and blessings, my sister Slat. What's good, Superior Trucker, man? Good to have you on. So I want to show you all something. This is going to put the kibosh on all the people that's being delusional, talking about they're going to go on a big winning streak. If it happens, it's going to be remarkable. But I want to show you guys something. And let me set it up here. Now, when I show you the upcoming schedule, I want you all to give me your just sound opinion on this. I want your sound opinion. I'm about to show it up right now. So here's the schedule of the remaining games. Brooklyn, March 8th. Now, from what you saw from the Charlotte Hornets, and I know Brooklyn lost to Boston in a close game yesterday, but you can tell Brooklyn's kind of finding their groove and they've been playing without Ben Simmons. Now, do you think they can win that game? Be honest with me in the chat. Shout out to Joey. HL Kid, I see you, my brother. He said, RawTruth Media, we the family. What's up, DJ? Shout out to Coach Joe. Shout out to the OG Coach Joe. That's going to be a tough game. Tomorrow, the Charlotte Hornets will be facing a Brooklyn team that will be desperate. They're trying to move up in the rankings, trying to have a better seeding, having to avoid playing Miami in the first round. That's what they're not trying to do. That's going to be a tough game tomorrow. And the only way, and I know local Hornet fans are going to get annoyed if I say this, but I don't really care. The only way the Hornets have any chance of beating Brooklyn tomorrow is if they let LaMelo be LaMelo. Let him be unconscious. Let him be who he is. Instead of worrying about if he's not going to get the basketball, if it's going to be a hassle. Stop worrying about fouls. Stop worrying about if he's playing too many minutes. He's your franchise player. I don't want to hear about a young man having minutes restriction. Kyrie just came back from not playing so many games due to the New York COVID policies. Now they're limiting it right now. So Kyrie, even though they lost to Boston, he was in his bag. He looked really good playing against the Celtics. And I expect him to really put on a show. Macrina says it's going to be tough, DJ, but playing right can help. Yeah, playing right is the only solution. When you play the right way, when you have struggle, or not struggle, but structure, you have a chance. But I'm gonna tell you what you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance if everybody is trying to be the hero of the team. Miles Bridges, I'm talking to you, brother. I hope you get the bag. I hope everything goes well for you. But I want you to play Miles Bridges type of style. I don't want you to play like everybody else. I don't want to see it. I don't want you playing like Terry Rozier. I want you to play your way. Stop trying to be like what you're not. Be that glue guy and hustle. Roles, establishing roles. Now, what I'm saying, family, is that too hard to do? No, it's not difficult at all. Oh yeah, KD's gonna do his thing. They don't got a player that can stop. And guess what Charlotte fans are gonna say? Charlotte fans are gonna say, "Well, we beat them that last time." I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be. It's just like Milwaukee. Remember when they were saying, "Well, we beat Milwaukee 2 times, so we're gonna beat them again." It doesn't work that way. Make sure to share this video as well to all social media platforms. Um, I want to say thank you to how you say this name? Supreme G for the $5 cash app. He says, DJ, I got a video request that I want you to do about a show. Let me email it to you. Okay, I could do that. I could do video requests. All right, back to the comments. Osmond says Hornets are about to face a pissed off KD and Kyrie. Laugh my ass. Good luck. And I'm not trying to rain on their parade. I'm not trying to rain on the Hornets parade. I'm just operating reality. You know how I do. Not only a pissed off Nets team, but a desperate Nets team. They will not take the Hornets lightly. Shout out to my guy, Hampton Royce, man. And Hampton Royce, thank you for donating to the Cash App, my brother, for supporting the channel. He said ESPN win probability has Charlotte going to 7th to 10th the rest of the way. So 39-43 overall. To me, that's generous. That is generous. They're actually being nice. And the reason why the 39-43 overall probability was there, it wasn't because of Terry Rozier, as we all know. It's because of LaMelo Ball. That's the only reason. They could talk about LaMelo stands, this and that, all they want. But we know where it comes from. Shout out to my guy, HL Kid again. He said, facts, DJ. This team is all about me, not a team game at all. LaMelo don't come from that type of team. Yeah, look at LaMelo's history as a player. Sharing the ball, playing as one. When he was at Chino Hills playing with not LaMelo, but Lonzo and LiAngelo, the ball movement was all about synergy and energy. With this team, they want to be on LaMelo's level, but they're not in reality. So they need to look themselves in the mirror and understand you cannot win this type of way. The last game against the Spurs, that was a game that the Hornets should win. And you look at social media saying, I told you Scary Terry's a star. I told you that this team is on its way up. How? What sign did they give you that tells you that the Hornets are on their way? Don't worry, I'll wait. We got 40 people in the chat. Make sure to hit it to 40 likes. HL Kid says, yo, DJ, I met up with the Pope this weekend in Vegas. We had barbecue with our wives. Good time, good brother. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Brotherhood right there. Shout out to the Pope. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. This is one thing I appreciate with all my subscribers. There's a family feel with everybody. I bet you if I'm in Vegas and if I see the Pope or if I see HL Kid, we hanging out like brothers. This is what it's all about. And I'm glad you all met, man. I like hearing stuff like that. Hampton Royce says the only guy the Hornets have who can play in that game with confidence is LaMelo. We see it every time they play against a good team. Man, last season I said this, and I told Coach Joe, shout out to the OG, that I loved it when the Hornets played against good teams. That's the only time LaMelo gets the ball more. Y'all realize that, right? Every time the Hornets play a good team, LaMelo gets the ball a lot more than he usually gets. Win or lose, that happens. So I love to see that happen. I'm glad they're playing Brooklyn. Kami Fahu, what's good, my brother? He says, damn, didn't know you went live. You know me, I be going live at the most random times. You know how I do. HL Kid said, facts, we're family. That's what it's all about. There's only a few numbers I got. And the only few people that got my number. HL Kid got my number, Hoop Jargon, Coach Joe, the Pope. And I don't give my number out all like that, like just giving everybody my number. Juju Knows Hoops has my number. I know if I have a problem or if they have a problem, they could call me or could call them. It's no problem. And it doesn't even have to be about basketball. It could be about life. Matter of fact, one of the brothers who know my family was congratulating me that my brother is expecting a son. And I'm excited for him and that he has a son, and I'm sure he's going to get him involved in sports. So it's an exciting time, but that's the family feel that I want this channel to be. I don't want this channel to be like Jerry Springer. Everybody beefing and all that stuff. There's too much joy in the world. There's too much peace in this atmosphere to be having such a clouded mind. Slat says, the Nets don't play defense, neither do the Hornets. So it should be a high-scoring game. That is true. Rap Guy, he says LaMelo needs a point guard of Lonzo's caliber to give him good quality attempts. Well, I'll add to that. If Lonzo was the point, if he was on the team with LaMelo wouldn't have to worry about shiesty teammates taking away his shots. All he would do is just play his game and not try to be something he's not. HL Kid, real talk. I look at us like family. That's what it is, man. Man, I've helped out so many people, man. If you know, I don't brag. HL, I told you things that didn't even get out there, but I've helped so many people out behind closed doors. It's crazy, and I don't brag about it. I don't want an award for it. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing to do. Shout out to Lewis, man. What's good, family? Slash says LaMelo would average 30 with Lonzo as a point guard. No matter, I know some people dislike Zoe, but let's keep it 1,000. If Lonzo was if he played with his brother, LaMelo could average near that. Because JB loses less power, but you have 2 point guards on your team. And then with Lonzo, you don't have to worry about playing help defense. You see LaMelo helping Terry Rozier every time because Terry Rozier is allowing this man to drive to the basket a lot. And don't you get annoyed when he does that? LaMelo has to pick up a stupid foul. Taufik in the building. I see you, my brother. Macrina says everyone wants to outdo each other. Plumlee bringing the ball. Everyone wants to shoot threes instead of going to the paint. Facts. Everybody want to be a star. But nobody wants to play their role. Now, family, if I do a call-in show, would y'all call in? Let me know. This is the People's Channel, so we're operating on terms on what y'all think. Slat says LaMelo went to Charlotte and woke up all those players. That team wouldn't be shit without LaMelo. The reason why they're in the fighting chance right now is because of LaMelo. Now, if you listen to local media, they'll talk about how Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward are the reasons why. Those two brothers don't have. Terry Rozier has never been an all-star. He's not a scrub, but he is what he is. He's a microwave player, which means he's sometimes on, sometimes off. Y'all know what it is. Slat says, if it wasn't LaMelo, Miles would probably be coming off the bench. That is true. Remember, they talked about trading Miles Bridges before LaMelo got there. That is correct. I ain't gonna lie, I like this touchscreen. Yeah, that's why I rock with HL Kid, man. He said, well, and what we talked about stays right here with me. That's why I rock with HL. Real supporters. Taufik, you already talked about it too, bro. We've been saying that Terry Rozier was a 6 man, but they didn't want to listen to us. They want Terry Rozier to be the face of this team so bad, man. But nobody's buying his ticket. No, I'll tell you right now, if LaMelo was not with the Charlotte Hornets, ticket sales going down, merchandise not being bought. Let's call it how we see it, man. Slash says Terry Rozier will try to outplay Kyrie tomorrow and fail at it. Hey, man, I remember when Kyrie and Terry Rozier was on the same team. This is how much ego Terry Rozier has. And this is why that's not a good fit with LaMelo Ball. Everybody knows Kyrie Irving is that dog, is that dude, no matter whose team it's on. He's that guy. If the roles were reversed, LaMelo would have no problem being second fiddle to Kyrie Irving because he's humble. But remember when Terry Rozier was with the Celtics, he had a hard time of listening to Kyrie, even though Kyrie won a championship, hit a game winner. He thought he was the man. So he became argumentative and didn't know how to play his role. Xavier Taylor says Rozier is never coming off the bench. Well, of course, it won't happen because JB is afraid to check him. But he's willing to check the young guys. That's all that is. We're just pointing out the truth. Terry Rozier is a hot and cold player. Sometimes the shot is on, sometimes the shot is off. I mean, it is what it is. We're not making it up. It's not like we're making up stats. Taufik says Terry Rozier is a 6-man. We need to see what Book Knight can do as a starter. That's why you draft him high. Taufik says LaMelo went down with the calf injury. Charlotte lost 75% of revenue. Let's not forget about that, DJ. Yeah, they didn't. Nobody was going to the games. You see what I'm saying, Zarius? He said, yeah, JB shows too much favoritism. You can't win when coaches play too much favoritism. Now, if you're a star, we know that all stars can get what they want. We know that. Had to get some water, family. Had to get some water. If you're a star, you can do whatever you want, but Terry thinks he's a star and he's not. Ali Payne was good, family. He says, if LaMelo wasn't in Charlotte, no one would even talk about the Hornets. I probably still think they were the Bobcats still. Facts, man. Think about it. Who's buying a Charlotte Hornet ticket if LaMelo's not on that team? Nobody. I should all the 50 people that's listening is not buying a Charlotte Hornet ticket if that young man is not playing. Now we got 52 people in the chat. We need 52 likes, family, for the algorithm. She said, DJ, you give these people names. And again, to support the channel in the realness, make sure to donate to the Cash App on the screen. Drew DRUT06. Thank you for supporting RawTruth Media. Ant Learn. Again, salute to Ant Learn, man. His tweets have me rolling. Because he's a coach. He coaches all over. He coaches women basketball, girls basketball. And he has more common sense than this coach JB does. I know JB has been an assistant coach for years, but it doesn't give you leverage over other coaches who know how to do things better. The rotations are trash, and you can't go on Tuesday tomorrow against Brooklyn with some fugazi lineups. You do that, the whole team is going to get the bus sent back to the upper room. They're going to be in the upper room. LZ Guns, L Guns Music Channel, salute. Channel supporter, man. Good brother right there. He said, when LaMelo leaves Charlotte, I will leave. Everybody will leave. And they keep complaining. Y'all know I'm keeping it real when I'm about to say. They keep complaining and say, y'all just want him to go to Los Angeles Lakers. Man, I don't care what team LaMelo goes to. Let me put that right there and clear. Most of us don't care what team he goes to. They just want him to go to the right team. Example, if you put LaMelo in the Houston Rockets, even though they're losing, the team will be built around him. And he would have been playing with Jalen Green and young guys. So even though they're losing, they're building to the future. And then they will have free agents wanting to go to Houston, a big city. And Charlotte's a nice city. I've been there before. I've even said it's like a smaller version of Atlanta. So I like Charlotte. But we're talking about the organization. This organization, believe it or not, even though they're not a last place team, they're a bad built organization. How in the hell are you going to overpay players when you just draft somebody number 3 overall, LaMelo Ball? That's hustling backwards. You can't win in this league doing that. So L Guns is right. A lot of folks would leave that fan base if LaMelo is not there anymore. If he's not with that team. Xarius Taylor says, yeah, he better not be playing around tomorrow. Nets seem very angry after losing to the Celtics. KD and Kyrie coming out hot. Yeah, they are. They're going out guns blazing tomorrow. And if you think you're going to slow down the Nets by playing that auto zone defense and then have Terry Rozier play the most minutes, how about this, family? LaMelo Ball, he doesn't lead the team in minutes, but he's the only all-star. How is that possible? Now, I wasn't born yesterday, but I want you to tell me, how does that make sense? You're only all-star. And since coming back, LaMelo has been playing 27.6 minutes per game. But when someone mentions this, whether on YouTube or on social media, they're the bad guys for some reason. Oh, Taufik. Hey, Taufik, man, y'all go subscribe to his Twitter account, man. He out there flaming old media every day. I don't know how he does it, have the energy. Because I'm going to be honest, I kind of ignore him. I kind of ignore stupidity. But Taufik is on their necks every day. He says, Charlotte media full of propaganda for real. They don't appreciate their superstar. I've never seen a fan base go hard for their superstar, the role player, go hard on their superstar than the whole team. Yeah, you meant to say like are overly critique, like they overly critique LaMelo, who is a star of their team, but are silent against everybody else. And that's not how you build good teams. That's not being objective at all. If we're being honest, man. Toppy says Atlanta wins tonight. DJ, it's back to the 10th seed. If they lose against the Nets, they might not make the playoffs. Hey, man, I made that prediction. I said 9th to 10th seed. I had so much flack. And trust me, I didn't want to be right. But it's looking like it. And then after that, they got the Celtics on a back-to-back Wednesday. Friday, they got the resurgent New Orleans Pelicans. And I know Zion just starting to get back in shape, but still, CJ McCollum, BI, and company are going to be a problem. And then you have OKC Thunder. That's the easy one. So the Hornets have two easy games. The OKC Thunder and the Knicks in the 23rd on March. That's it. Everybody is tough. The Hornets got one of the toughest stretches of basketball this whole month, and no one's talking about it but this channel and other channels. The Pope is bringing it up. Flight Sports is bringing it up. So there's a few channels that have addressed that this month, March, is the toughest set of games for the Charlotte Hornets. Ali Payne says, DJ, serious question. Would you take Kobe White over Terry Rozier? Yes. Younger and taller, and he scores. He plays well within his game. He's not really a defensive player, but he plays better defense than Terry Rozier. I will always go younger when it goes to the guard position. Rap God says Hornets have a back-to-back Nets and Celtics. That's going to be tough. Michael LaFleur, what's good, brother? He said was watching Locked On Hornets, and by the time they start talking ish about LaMelo, I turn that off. Locked On Hornets podcast. Let me speak about them. It's funny, Locked On Hornets podcast. I would have thought that you would be appreciative that LaMelo Ball would be playing for your organization and bringing you subscribers and bringing you viewership, but not even those guys are appreciative. Ungrateful. But I've listened to their content before. What they are James Borrego enablers. Like, even at times, they want to seem like they're balanced. So they'll say one thing bad about JB, so the viewers can stay in to listen to him, but they'll say 10 things great about JB. That's not balance. And I just want them to know that little podcast they have, they should be thankful. They're out here calling people stands and everything else, but their channel wouldn't be anything without real supporters like LaMelo fans. Say what you want about LaMelo fans, but they support him. They buy his merchandise. They don't sugarcoat anything. So it's been stereotyped. How many times you see LaMelo have a bad shooting game and LaMelo fans call it out? They always call it out. Or a game when JB wants him to be passive and they call LaMelo out and say, hey, we don't want you to be passive all the time. Ollie Payne says Charlotte got a new professional soccer team. I think that's more their speed. Let's give LaMelo and the NBA franchise to a more equipped city and state. And again, I like Charlotte, but the organization, they have to do better by their fans and they have to do better by LaMelo. Oh yeah, that LaMelo rumor, man, is gaining steam. Call Me Fa, who says facts. The Spurs and Hornets played. It's crazy how similar their offense is. Yeah, JB is clearly trying to turn the Hornets into the Spurs, trying to turn LaMelo, I've been saying it, into Manu and Tony Parker. That's just not his game. Mikael LaFleur said he's the leading scorer of the team points per game with the least minutes. Yep. LaMelo has one of the highest averages in points in the fewest minutes in the NBA. You barely hear national media talking about it. HL says DJ Mitch seems to think Gordon is the best player of the team. He could think that, but it's not going to really go anywhere with that. He could think it though. Let me check this out. Brooklyn, Boston, New Orleans, OKC win. Atlanta, they're heating up at the right time. Dallas, that's a loss. New Orleans again. The Knicks. And I can't even guarantee the Knicks. Yeah, the Hornets can beat the Knicks, but how many times have you seen the Hornets lose games that they shouldn't lose? Jazz, Brooklyn, Denver, Knicks the last game. Man, this is murder row. Murder she roll. That's murderous row right there. Right Rap God, he's leading in all points per game, assists per game, steals per game, rebounds per game with limited minutes. And look at me, I look like an idiot because I thought LaMelo was going to get more than 33 minutes a game. I was wrong. I thought the All-Star would help. For those who are listening to donate to the channel or help grow this channel, please donate to Cash App, $DRUT06. Raw Truth Media is a family yard. You know what it is. HL Kid says, But now JB is going to try to give these games to Isaiah Thomas and Terry Rozier. If he plays Isaiah Thomas a lot of minutes, just know the defense is going to give up a lot of points. L Guns Music Channel says, because his talent speaks for itself, despite what JB tries to do to slow him down. I used to think it was just JB, but since the All-Star game, I realized it's JB, Cupcake, and MJ. Melo needs to be appreciated. He needs to be appreciated. I knew it was bad when he couldn't even get his number. When LaMelo couldn't even get number one, that was a sign to tell of things to come. I ain't gonna get drafted that high. You can't even get your favorite number from a role player. I've seen so many athletes didn't even have to speak on getting their jersey number. I've seen teams tell the role player, hey, you're gonna have to get a new jersey because we just drafted somebody really high and they're gonna have that number. We're trying to get ticket sales and everything. And business-wise, that wasn't a smart move. Yeah, they got some money off LaMelo's number 2 jersey, but that's just LaMelo alone. If LaMelo would have had the number 1 jersey, I truly feel that he would have had the number 1 jersey sold throughout the NBA. I had so many LaMelo fans tell me on DM personally that they did not get the LaMelo number 2 Hornets jersey just because number 2 doesn't look right on them. They've told me this. They've told me this. HL says facts, DJ. They only get looks because of the ball fouling. Yeah. Darius Irvin says, I told you Isaiah Thomas is the new Tay Bay. You did call it. Darius Ewan says, Coach Cooler is all about controller. Talpi says, LaMelo being an all-star is just for him to be the fall guard, DJ. As I predicted, Charlotte media and fans blame LaMelo more than their team to lose. Subscribe to Juju Knows Hoops. He talks basketball and anime. And we know we got some anime fans listening, man. So if you want to hear an anime breakdown or a basketball breakdown, subscribe to Juju Knows Hoops. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. This brother has been working hard to make sure his channel is growing the right way. He says, salute, DJ. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, let's hit the like button. Let's get it to 50 plus likes. And after this video, make sure to share this video throughout all the content. Because there's some real stuff, man, that we've been talking about. As you know, I read almost all of the comments. So everybody has a chance to get their opinion across. If I miss it, that means sometimes we may have 100 people on when I'm live. But this will be the new test for the Charlotte Hornets. Will the Charlotte Hornets be ready to go? We'll see. Will the Charlotte Hornets embrace this new challenge of being the toughest month of basketball? Will James Borrego lead this young team the right way instead of being a puppet for the organization? Instead of wearing those Spurs, quote unquote, Spurs color glasses and thinking he's with that team and not realizing he's with a young, youthful team like the Charlotte Hornets that needs experience. Stop talking to me about playoffs. Playoffs? Stop talking to me about that. Let's talk about development. Let's talk about building this team the right way. This is why I like to listen to the OGs in coaching. Because they have seen it all. And sometimes simplicity is the best teacher. like Plumlee, dribbling up the ball up and down the court. You know he doesn't need to do that. Be simple. Simple wins. Everybody thinks it's all these X's and O's. And Ant Learn, he could tell you. Most of the time, these teams win because they're not overcoaching. When Chino Hills, and I know this is high school compared to NBA, I'm not saying it's the same, but when Chino Hills had that record-breaking year, 2005, 2016, they didn't run any unique plays. They just played to their strengths. They ran teams out the gym. And if they did run plays, it was plays that are beneficial to the team of winning. Now you look at an NBA team like the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat is not like a complex system, but the players communicate well. The system is communication throughout the players. When they run a zone, their zone is effective because everybody knows where they're supposed to go. Nobody's bigger than the team. Jimmy Butler, who is Miami Heat star somewhat, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, there's no ego. There's some games where Jimmy Butler doesn't lead his team in scoring, but Tyler Hero does. But no one's complaining. No one stopped giving the ball to Tyler Hero. And Tyler Hero comes off the bench and is able to do it. Taufik says April's a tough month as well. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Kami Fahu says the Hornets will end up losing the play-in game. I just hope it's not against the Hawks. I hope so too. But that's all I wanted to say, man. I want to say to everyone that's listening, thank you. I truly thank you all for supporting this channel. And it's been busy at my job, so sometimes I may not do a stream. But when I do a stream, the subscribers usually watch it through their own time, and I appreciate the support. RawTruth Media is a family, and everyone's voice and opinion matters here. It matters. And again, the best way to donate to this channel, if it's not Super Chat, then Cash App at $Drew 06. So Charlotte Hornets, are you going to man up and take this challenge on? Or are you going to still do the same ish that you've been doing this year? The choice is yours. Shout out to Douglas Goldenchild. He says, salute to my brother, DJ Barnca. True for speaking facts. Always, always. Pasadena was good, my brother. He said, all day, DJ. All day. Day. Daryl Turner says, can you please explain to why teams like the Hornets, Kings, and Rockets don't implement player development program like Toronto Raptors and Spurs? And it's crazy because James Borrego should have known to do that, and he came from the Spurs coaching tree, which is puzzling. But look at the Toronto Raptors development program. Yeah, they got the G League, and the G League team does well in development. But if a player from the Raptors are dominating the G League, they're not going to stay in the G League that long. That's why the Raptors roster looks different most of the time. They go in and out of G League, and if they perform well in the G League, they stay on the Hornets roster. Look at Bouchier. Look at the brother that played college in Nebraska. He's playing, Delaney. Look at the young guys. Look at Scotty Barnes, man. Nobody saw Scotty Barnes doing what he's doing now. That's all because of development. So peace and blessings to everyone. All praise to the Most High, because the Most High has been blessing us, even if we don't feel like we've been blessed. Let's make sure to be a great person to each other, to show love to each other, and be the best person we can be. Not when it's popular, Not when it's a camera in our face, but behind the scenes. And I'm out.